How to understand and avoid distractions. Are you overwhelmed by distractions that keep you from focusing on what's important? Are you constantly feeling pulled in different directions and struggling to stay on track? Then this chapter is for you. In this chapter, you will learn how to identify sources of distraction, develop strategies to avoid distraction, and understand the different types of distraction. You can also learn to recognize how to identify and control destructive thoughts and how to prioritize your tasks. Finally, you will gain the skill of knowing when and how to ask for help when you need it. Using these strategies, you can master the art of avoiding distractions and finally focus on the tasks that matter. Improve focus and efficiency. Learn how to avoid distractions and prioritize tasks. How to understand and avoid distraction. Identify sources of distraction. Distractions are everywhere. It can come from a variety of places, such as noise, social media, boredom, and even daydreaming. It is important to learn how to recognize and identify potential sources of distraction so that you can take steps to reduce the impact of distraction. There are many different types of distractions, so it's important to be more aware of them first. The first type is external distractions that come from outside of yourself. This includes environmental factors such as noise, traffic, and the presence of other people. It can also come from technology such as phones, laptops, and tablets. The second type of distraction is internal distraction that comes from within. This is often caused by our own thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Internal distractions may be more difficult to recognize than external ones, but they are just as important to identify. To become more aware of potential sources of distraction, it's a good idea to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a skill that helps you stay in the moment and recognize your thoughts and emotions. You can practice this by focusing on your breathing and observing your thoughts without judgment. Another useful exercise is to complete a distraction inventory. This means making a list of all the distractions in your life, from external sources, like technology and noise, to internal distractions like worries and fears. Once you identify the source, you can think about strategies to reduce its impact. Finally, you can have a distraction-free day each week. This means choosing a day where you don't allow yourself to be distracted by anything. This will help you get into the habit of recognizing the sources of distraction and give you the opportunity to stay present and focused. Recognizing potential sources of distraction and learning how to practice mindfulness can help you reduce your level of distraction and become more focused in your life. Create a distraction-free environment. Creating a distraction-free environment is important to avoid distractions and increase productivity. This requires consistent effort, but it is an important step in mastering the art of deep flow and reducing procrastination. The first step to creating a distraction-free environment is to reduce background noise, such as loud music, open windows, or a ringing phone. It also helps to organize the space around you. Get rid of unnecessary items and only store the items you actually need. Having a simple, clean workspace is important, as it helps you focus on your work. The next step is to limit digital distractions. Having your phone or laptop in front of you can be a huge distraction. To reduce this, we recommend silencing notifications and deleting apps that aren't necessary for your work. You can also try working in a place without an internet connection, such as a library, to reduce the likelihood of distraction. Finally, there is an effective way to overcome procrastination. One of these strategies is to break tasks down into smaller steps, so you can perform and achieve more manageable goals. Additionally, setting deadlines and creating a sense of urgency can help motivate people to complete tasks. Take small breaks throughout the day, but set limits to help you stay focused. In summary, creating a distraction-free environment and limiting distractions is essential to avoiding procrastination and staying focused. Limit digital distractions by reducing background noise, decluttering your workspace, turning off notifications, and deleting unnecessary apps. Finally, break down tasks into smaller steps. Set deadlines and take breaks to keep yourself motivated and on task. Using these strategies will help you reach new levels of success with the mastery of immersion. Understanding different types of distraction. It is important to understand where and why distraction occurs. Distractions are something that happens without you being consciously aware of them. and they have a huge impact on the quality of your work and how well you can focus on the task at hand. Distractions can come in many forms, the most common being noise, social media, boredom, or obsessive thoughts. All of this can reduce your focus and productivity. So, it's important to identify potential sources of distraction early and have a strategy to combat them. One of the most dangerous forms of distraction is multitasking. Doing multiple things at once spreads your attention and energy, reducing the quality of each task. Additionally, multitasking is associated with poor concentration, difficulty concentrating, and an increased likelihood of making mistakes. Therefore, it is important to devise strategies to manage your time and avoid distractions. Start by setting time limits for each task and organize your day into manageable chunks. Write a to-do list, and if you struggle with procrastination, break each task into small steps and set a deadline for it. Finally, if the temptation to switch tasks is too great to resist, find ways to limit digital distractions. Turn off notifications on your phone. Delete apps that are too tempting to use, and work in a distraction-free environment. Recognizing how to identify and control destructive thoughts. When you feel overwhelmed, your thoughts can become chaotic. This can lead to poor decision-making and negative consequences. Recognizing and controlling destructive thoughts is essential to staying focused and productive. There are several techniques that can help us monitor our thinking patterns and identify and challenge irrational thoughts before they take over our minds and lead us away from our goals. Thought mapping is one of the techniques that helps us organize our thoughts and improve clarity. This is done by creating diagrams that connect related ideas and visualize the structure of your thinking. By representing our thoughts visually, we can better understand how our minds work and how we can change our minds to overcome destructive thoughts. Journaling is another technique that can help you identify and challenge irrational thoughts. Writing down our thoughts allows us to better examine and challenge them. It can help us understand why certain thoughts appear and why we react the way we do. It also provides an opportunity to reframe our thinking processes in a positive way. Meditation is an effective tool for controlling our thoughts and becoming more aware of potential sources of distraction. It helps develop mindfulness skills, which allows us to be more present in the moment and recognize what is truly important. It also helps us become more aware of our thinking patterns and identify destructive thoughts before they take hold. Once we become aware of our destructive thoughts, we can challenge them by reframing them into more positive thoughts. This requires us to think about situations from a different perspective and develop a more positive outlook on life. An effective way to do this is to use affirmations, which are positive statements we can use to direct our thoughts in a more constructive way. Our affirmations must be realistic and applicable to the current situation. By monitoring our thinking patterns, identifying and challenging irrational thoughts, and reframing negative thoughts into more positive ones, we can effectively control destructive thoughts and focus on our goals. This process allows us to gain clarity and become more productive and successful. Prioritizing tasks, a guide to improve productivity and focus. Planning and prioritizing individual tasks that make up larger goals are essential skills that help people use their time more efficiently and effectively. When prioritizing tasks, individuals can identify the most important tasks and complete them first, saving time and energy for other tasks and areas of life. By understanding and implementing effective task prioritization tools and methods, people can achieve better results in their daily activities and long-term goals. One of the most widely used task prioritization methods is the Eisenhower matrix, also known as the urgent important matrix. This method establishes 4 quadrants that are used to judge the importance of a task. The quadrants have the following labels: important and urgent, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and not urgent and not important. To decide which quadrant to place your tasks in, you need to consider important criteria, such as deadline, difficulty, and how the task will impact your goals. Another useful way to categorize tasks is the ABX method. This method is used to evaluate tasks based on importance, and then rank them according to priority. A-rated tasks are the most important and must be completed first, whilst rated tasks can be postponed or delegated if necessary. When evaluating each task, it is important to consider its importance in relation to your individual goals. Analyze the task at hand and consider how important it is to achieving your goal. Also consider the level of difficulty and time it will take to complete the assignment. An easy way to make these decisions is to assign a number to each criterion. For example, rating the importance and difficulty of tasks on a scale of 1 to 5 can help you decide which tasks are most important. Finally, when prioritizing tasks, it's also important to consider the limits of what you can do in a day. To stay productive, you need to stick to a set number of high-priority tasks and limit the time you spend on each one. This will help you manage your time more effectively and avoid feeling overwhelmed or stressed. Overall, prioritizing your tasks will help you get better results from your short-term and long-term goals. Understanding task prioritization methods, such as the Eisenhower matrix and the AMS method, can help you organize and create systems that help you stay on top of your tasks. Additionally, by analyzing each task at hand and thinking critically about its importance and difficulty, you can create a more effective plan that will help you reach success. How to understand and avoid distraction. Asking for help is a great way to reduce the amount of stress and frustration associated with a task. It can also help you manage your workload, increase productivity, and maintain a better balance between different areas of your life. But learning when and how to ask for help is an essential skill that should not be overlooked. Benefits of asking for help. Asking for help can bring a lot of relief and help you avoid burnout. You'll also gain valuable insight and advice from people who have already gone through the same problems you're facing. This helps you find solutions faster and more efficiently. Asking for help can also reduce stress by allowing you to share the workload. Identify who to ask for help. Depending on the topic, there are a variety of people who can help. This could be a mentor at school or work, a family member, or a colleague. However, it is important to note the level of expertise and knowledge required to perform the task. Mentors are usually experienced in their field, while family members may need more guidance. Support system settings. Creating a support system is a great way to get help. This may include regularly scheduled meetings with a mentor or colleague to discuss goals and progress. Additionally, identifying areas of expertise between support systems can help divide tasks and workloads. This allows everyone to better understand the project and how they can help. Promoting self-reliance. Developing self-reliance is an important factor in asking for help. This means creating achievable goals and tracking your progress. Taking time to think about your successes and challenges can help you identify areas of success and areas that need improvement. Additionally, developing strategies to focus on tasks can help increase self-reliance and confidence in your own abilities. Asking for help can be a very effective strategy to achieve your goals. They can provide valuable insight and advice, help reduce stress and burnout, and help you achieve a better balance between the many aspects of your life. It's also important to set goals and track your progress to increase your self-reliance. By following these strategies, you can develop the skills you need to successfully ask for help when you need it. Conclusion. In this chapter, readers learned how to identify, understand, and manage distractions to improve productivity and focus. They were presented with different sources of distraction, how to develop strategies to avoid them, and techniques for controlling destructive thoughts. They also knew the importance of prioritizing tasks and asking for help when needed. Following these tips can help readers be more productive and efficient in their daily work. Common distraction mistakes, how to avoid them. One of the less obvious things people get wrong about mastering flow is thinking that you can be productive without breaks. People often think that taking breaks means not focusing and is a form of procrastination. But this is not true. Taking regular breaks is essential to staying productive and focused. That's because breaks give your brain a much-needed break from work and allow you to reflect on what you've achieved so far. Rest can also help you refocus your energy on the task ahead, allowing you to work more efficiently and effectively. Another mistake people make when working and focusing is not planning. Many people simply jump into a task without a clear plan. Planning helps you complete tasks in the right order, taking into account external factors that may affect them. Without effective planning, it can be difficult to get the best results from your efforts. The third mistake people make when it comes to mastering flow is not setting aside specific times to focus and complete tasks. Working constantly all day long can actually be detrimental to your productivity. This is because your brain can become overworked, making it harder to concentrate. It's important to set aside specific times of the day for focused work and take breaks between tasks. This helps you increase productivity and successfully complete tasks in the shortest possible time. Finally, people often make the mistake of not being aware of their own thought processes. When people lack self-awareness, they may lack direction and clarity. This puts them at a disadvantage when it comes to successfully completing the task. To avoid this, it's important to be aware of what's going on in your mind. This can help you identify potential distractions or negative thought patterns and take the necessary steps to change them.